Hey guys, and welcome back. So a September update on my Atemoyas. So this is my African pride, and as you can see, it is very healthy. Look at all of those new growth. Towards the end of the season here, it's sending out a lot of new growth, and as you can see, the branches are, are quite long now. So I may have to prune this back in a bit here. But look at the fruits. Wow, this one is the biggest of all of them on this tree here, and my African pride is the most advanced tree here this season so far. So it has the biggest fruit so far. So look at that. So this guy here maybe half a pound. So right now it is the end of September, and I guess at a minimum it would take another 2 months before this guy is ready. So maybe it will get another up to a pound. This guy may get up to a pound, but overall just look at all of the fruits here. Let me come back here. Let me see. Okay, look at this from bottom up. Look at that. This one is a little bit smaller than the first one we saw. This one, same size. And just look at how many they are. Look at this. This one a little bit smaller. uh, this guy here a little bit bigger than the previous one, and I have, let's see, two more in the back here. look at look at those. Beautiful, beautiful. And one hidden right there. This one is, look at that, this one is a nice size. So this is the African pride, and some more over here. Look at these. Look at this one. This one is maybe the same size as the first one I show you. So this one, yes, but overall very nice, very healthy. This year I got about 20 fruits on this tree, and I'm still trying to push it. uh, so I am a little bit overly optimistic this year. However, the tree is telling me that it has got enough fruits. Look at this one. It's automatically aborting this fruit here. So it's telling me that, hey, enough is enough. I can't take it anymore. Like this one right here, I just set recently. The reason is that I want to set some fruits later in the season so that I can enjoy them up until, you know what, April or May of next year. so that so that's the reason behind it. Just like this one here, but the tree is telling me, say, hey, enough is enough. I can't take it any more. Similar to this guy right here. Yeah, but this is my African pride, and just look at it. Look at that. Nice tree. Beautiful. So many fruits. The trunk is somewhat, oh, maybe it got a little bit bigger, but not too much. Uh, yeah, but it probably because I have too many, too many fruits on, so it's it's, it's not getting big at all. But here's one hiding down here. Look at that. Beautiful. So these fruits here should be ready by by toward the end of December, coming to January. But as early as the beginning of December, some of these guys I can enjoy already. So at a minimum, up until the beginning of December, then I can cut these guys off and let it ripen on my countertop for for like a week. Yeah. So usually we don't let these guys ripen on the tree because it can crack if you let it stay on there for that long, and the fruit turns a little bit more yellowish. So it depend on your taste and what you want to see aesthetically. You want it to be a little bit green like this or yellow when you harvest it. It is up to you. But with tropical fruits, you let it ripen on the countertop. So over here, this is my Geffner. And this one is a little bit behind comparing to my African pride, but overall it is a super healthy tree this year as well. Just look at that, beautiful. This and like the other tree, this tree has more fruits than the African pride. Just look at this. Let me zoom out so you can see. Look at that. Let's look at the biggest one here. So this one here is probably the biggest of all of them. Maybe this one is only a quarter a pound so far, and some of these guys a little bit smaller. This guy, well, I set these guys later, but just look at it. Beautiful fruits, beautiful. Shape is nice. This guy, look at that. Isn't that nice? The shape is beautiful. And just look at this small branch right here. This small branch, maybe the size of my finger, has 4 fruits. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, I am a little bit too optimistic this this season, but what the heck, right? This branch here has what? This one has 2. Isn't that beautiful? And going up the tree, look at those. Like similar to the other side, I set this later so I can enjoy it later into the season. We'll see how this tree responds, but it's looking okay so far. So 4 right there. Beautiful fruit. Look at those. Wow. So this tree has about 25 or 26 fruits. A little bit too optimistic. And it also has my PPC graph. See, let me show you guys here. So this is this branch here is grafted right there. This is my PPC, and I'm, to be honest, I'm a little bit too greedy here. So this flimsy branch is actually sagging already. It has 2 fruits. So what I did was I hung this over this this slim branch as well to hold it up. So so I hope that that's gonna work. But this is my PPC. So next year I'm gonna try to graph maybe 2 to 3 more varieties on this tree and make this tree a 10 varieties tree here. So but overall, just look at this tree. Beautiful, beautiful, right? So healthy. Look at the branches. Beautiful tree. So let's go take a look at my Lindstrom. Okay, so this is my Lindstrom here. So this guy is a little bit behind my Geffner as well, or maybe the same the same stage here. But the fruit, this is probably the biggest one here, so maybe a quarter a pound. But this guy here will get a lot bigger. It is the biggest. It has the biggest fruits of all of them. So this guy may be up to 2 pounds. The fruits here can be up to 2 pounds. But like my other trees, I have a little bit. I've set a little bit too much as well, and I should be pruning or thinning some of them. And see, this guy here, I should thin because the shape is not that great compared to something like this, round, similar to the other trees. I set this guy later, so I can enjoy it later. But here's another example. This one I just set maybe a couple of weeks ago. A little bit too greedy this year, but what the heck? My tree is looking great. So what the heck, right? And so a lot of fruits this year. So this one has about 22 or 23 fruits. Look at those. Beautiful. This is the Lindstrom. Ah, so these guys here, I should have thinned these guys out because this is small. and this guy is almost at his maximum size already, and this guy is a little bit somewhat deformed. The stem is kind of small, so I should have thinned this, but this guy is, you know, is almost there, you know, so you know, I'll let it be. And this guy as well. So these guys are too small, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And some of the bigger ones are right here. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is my Lindstrom. It's getting big. So I should be pruning these guys back. I should prune this guy back in a bit here, but I'm letting it grow out a bit so that it can, you know, it can has a lot of leaves and support those fruits. But later in the season, I'll probably cut it back right here, so that I'll let it branch out, you know, more from where this is. So same thing with these guys right here. All right, let's go take a look at my PPC. All right, so this is the last one. This is my PPC, and look at that. It is very healthy as well. I'm letting these branches grow up to be tall because so that it can get you know, catch the morning sun. But later in the season, I'll probably prune these two branches back, so that new growth can start. But just look at so this guy here. So the first wave of buds, none of them set. So I had to cut it back. So then these, you know, I can let new growth comes out and along with new buds. And I've managed to set about 8 of them. Look at that. Look at those. Beautiful. A little bit behind. That's okay. Not a big deal. So these guys will probably be ready by the time of you know, Lunar or Chinese New Year, and that's when these guys are in very high demand. Just look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful fruits. So this guy here, the texture on the outside is most you know, it looks most similar to a sugar apple. So that's why I wanted this variety, because back in, you know, back a couple of years back, I didn't think I could grow a sugar apple here. So I was looking into varieties that look similar to the sugar apple, and this is the closest I could find. But overall, it's a very healthy tree. And one surprising fact that I found out about this tree is that it may be self-fruiting. So some of these guys I did not pollinate, and it's set. And so so maybe I'll test that theory out next year. I'll keep maybe a set of buds that you know, I won't touch, and then and then and then I'll see if it would self-set. But you know, about 8 fruit this year. This tree here is about, you know, 2 years in the ground here in my yard, and the trunk is big already. Is about 1 inch. So this guy is growing quite nice, nicely healthy and fast. All right, guys, just a September update on my Atemoyas. Let me know if you guys have been following me, and whether your fruits are as big as mine or even bigger. Let me know in the comment below. And if you would like to stay up to date with me and my tree, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a good day.